Hi, my name is Taylor Behoya, and I have been researching workplaces in Tokyo, Japan. And I have learned that the demographics within Tokyo is that mainly the population is the older generation. 77% of men, 60 to 64, are still in the labor workforce. Another issue that I have come across is that the population increase has actually reached the negatives, which has encountered an issue of future population, and they have become trying to find new ways to enhance the population growth, as well as the gender within the workplace. Many women aren't really incorporated, so they're trying to come up with new ideas to enhance the female population within the workforce. Sustainability has been enhanced, such as in-office agriculture, integration of biophilia, and even office attire, so they don't have to use as much energy. And the trends within Tokyo are strongly connected with the cultural Japanese respect.
Hi, my name is Gabby, and today I'm going to be talking about the location specifics located in Tokyo, Japan. Going into the transportation, currently 3.16 billion subway rides are given every year, which results in the highest number in the entire world. Most people do take the subway or they walk from work to home. Tokyo has currently 13 million people, which is 10% of Japan's population living in the heart of Tokyo. It's the largest metropolitan city in the world as well. Going into codes and climate, the climate is similar to Seattle, but a lot more typhoons and a little bit less snow in the winter season. Building codes are very specific to Tokyo itself because there's lots of earthquakes that happen in Tokyo, in Japan, and there are some very specific building codes which include that if a building is over a magnitude of 7, then it cannot collapse. And that's it.
My name is Allison Taylor, and today I'll be talking about Tokyo, Japan, and the design and sustainability practices within their culture. So basically, Japan and Tokyo specifically is all about their roots, which is based on Taoism, and that's balancing the hard and imperfect with the perfect, and kind of accepting that as a whole and balance. And that is transformed and is translucent into their design practices and their customization and how they like to simplify things. They're very intricate in their design and ornamentation on their interiors, yet they're also very simplistic with the amount of things that they put within their spaces, if that makes sense. So if you have a space with walls that are highly ornamented, then you will have less furniture to simplify the space. Sustainability practices within the Tokyo and Japanese culture are using native materials to their region, which are bamboo and other materials that you can see within the culture as well. And biophilia is also highly integrated within all of their design practices. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Danny Franklin, and one of the most interesting topics that I researched when I was looking into Tokyo, Japan was the interesting mix of their traditional environment and kind of the new modern technological side of living and working in Tokyo. One thing I found interesting was the fact that they really highly value business cards. That's one of the most important things you can have in a business environment. It shows your status and your kind of significance. It's a formality similar to a handshake in American culture. Another thing I noticed too is the hierarchy in the workplace. Depending where you sit and how you sit is really important in business meetings or an office environment. People who are higher up have special places they sit. But aside from the traditional side of things, they really do have a lot of new advances in technology. And also, a lot of people do live in the city. Only 43% of people living in Tokyo are actual homeowners. So that means about 60% of the people are in fact living in the city. which I found interesting because their city is so compact. So those are some of the demographic stuff that I found out.
Hi, my name is Heather Anderson, and while doing my research of Tokyo, Japan, I focused most of my work on the culture. And what I found was that it is a very formal culture there, and one example of that is in the business place, where here we do handshakes, and there it is a bowing to show respect and as a greeting, and it doesn't matter how many times you've met that person, it's something that you do pretty much every time, and that's very commonplace. Another example of a formality is in the separation of your work life and your personal life. It's very common to work with somebody for years and have never met their family. A third example of formality in the Japanese culture is the integration of religion, and it's not very well talked about or discussed in public life because it is a very personal matter, but it's also very heavily integrated into the culture, and so everybody celebrates the festivals, and it's a communal aspect, and those will be very important aspects to consider when doing our design.
Hi, my name is Bailey Olvera, and I research technology in Tokyo, Japan. Technology in Japan and Tokyo in general has been increasingly advancing over the past years, far above that of any other country. Currently, they're at the point of robots in the workplace and eyeglasses that can track your health through eye movement. So, in designing for the workplace in the coming 5 years, technology is something that we really need to focus on and take high consideration when designing an efficient and effective workplace.